Hello, welcome to the homework review for homework 1.3 using a number line model. Today in class we talked about how you can use a number line to find the difference between two numbers and then how you can write number sentences for that. For example, saying this plus this equals that or this minus this equals that. So for exercises 20 through 29, follow the steps using the number line. What is the final position? So you're starting over for each one and you're just figuring out what the answer would be using the number line. If we start at 8, and we add a -7. Remember, negative means you move left on the number line. So if I start at 8 and I go back 7, that gives me a 1. If I start at -8 and I add, remember, adding a positive number means you go to the right. So if I start at -8 and I add 10, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I get to 2. If I start at -3 and I add -5, I'm adding a negative number, I go left, -3 plus a -5 is -8. If I start at 7 and I add -7, -7 means I go left, so 7 plus a -7 equals 0. If I'm at -2 and I add 12, adding a positive 12 means I go right, I start at -2, I go 12 to the right, and I get positive 10. Start at 3, subtract 5. Subtracting a positive 5 means I go to the left. I start at 3, I subtract 5, that gives me a -2. Start at -2, subtract 2. Subtracting means I go to the left. -2, subtract 2 is a -4. Start at 4, subtract 7. If I'm at 4 and I'm subtracting 7, and then I go to the left 7, and that's a -3. Start at 0, subtract 5, that means start at 0, go to the left 5, that's -5. Start at -8, subtract 3, go to the left by 3, that's -11. So hopefully using the number line can help you figure out how to do those adding and subtracting problems. The greatest one-day temperature change in the world records occurred at Browning, Montana from January 23rd to the 24th in 1916. The temperature fell from 44 degrees to -56 degrees in less than 24 hours. What was the temperature change that day? Well, if we were at 44 and we ended at -56, 44 to 0, to get this to 0 degrees is 44, and then another left by 56, so 44 plus 56 gives you 100, or -56 minus 44 gives you -100. Write a number sentence to represent the temperature change. -56 minus 44 equals -100, or 44 degrees plus -100 equals -56. It doesn't really matter right here what you write as long as the numbers come out right, that what you're adding and subtracting equal each other. Show the temperature change on a number line. I think this is the easier way to do it. You start at 44, you end at -56, and there that shows the 100-degree change. For 31, find the value for each labeled point on the number line. Then use the values to calculate each change. So first you find A, B, and C. And A is, sorry I didn't write that down. A is -25, B is -10, and C is +20. So it looks like they go by 5. So 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, right? So -10, -25, +20. The change from A to B, if I'm going from A to B, I'm going from -25 to -10, and so that change is 15. From A to C, I'm going from -25 to +20, so that change is 45. From B to C, I'm going from B is -10, C is +20, so that change is +30. And then going from C to A is going from -20, is going from +20 all the way down to -25, so that's a change of -45. I'm going to the left 45. And then I'm going from B to A, again I'm going to the left, so it'll be negative, and I'm going from -10 to -25, so that's a change of -15. The secret word for today is yearbook. Don't forget to pre-order your yearbook by giving money to Mr. Potashnik. Yearbook. Thank you.